Okay, and there's another word. I'm looking over. I see Nelson's car in the driveway, but if I didn't know any better, I guess you teleportated over here, huh? What is teleportation, Nelson?
Teleportation is when things, for some reason, disappear and then they reappear in a different location. Kind of like when you lose your keys and then you find them later for short-term memory, which can be done by drinking, or when you lose socks in a, that's a true mystery to me. When you're losing that one sock out of a dryer, it teleports. I believe so.
Okay.
It's in Germany.
Well, in the paranormal book I picked up at Barnes & Noble, same one that shows guys holding frogs that did fall from the sky, on the teleportation page it shows a drawing of a guy floating through his yard, like out of his bedroom window.
That's just levitating and flying somewhere else. That's not teleportation. So teleportation is when something disappears and reappears.
Okay, so this guy was just levitating.
Yeah.
Okay, and that can happen.
No.
In the sky,
Spontaneous combustion, Nelson. We've all heard of someone just sitting in their house and they just burst into flames. I saw it on the movie Spinal Tap. It happened to several of the drummers, but
which means it was true.
Do people? I'm asking you directly, and I want an answer on not only national but international television. Nelson Oliver, answer the question for us all. Do people spontaneously combust?
I do believe people fall asleep with cigarettes in their mouths. That's my...
And then they explode.
No, then they just smolder and burn.
Well, the pictures show, it looks like it's like splattered on the wall. It looks like they exploded.
But if you don't research that, it does look like that, right? But you don't hear about that in modern times.
Okay, well now this is a little bit different. A few weeks before I asked you about spontaneous combustion, you said that it was mostly elderly people and that sometimes they had maybe diseases and that the body could actually possibly explode.
Yeah, doing a little extra research. I was wrong. I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. And come to find out, I was so wrong that these elderly people were, they had a mental condition and they were heavy smokers. And when you dig a little deeper, you find out that they found half-burnt packs of cigarettes near the body. And the doors were shut and they laid there and they just smoldered slowly. So back in those days when people came in, they didn't really know what to look for. They just went, oh man, they had to have spontaneously combusted.
Okay.
That street, they had their guns and they shot, pow, 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 pow.
All right, Nelson, got one. I'm on a small farm here. I got a field out there. I've never seen any happen here. Give us a quick 2-sentence answer. Crop circles. What is a crop circle? How do they get there?
It's an underground art form. It's been going on for years, including, years and years. People will go out late at night. All they need is a wooden board with 2 holes drilled in. They put a rope in, they stomp down, and what they do, they measure out between them and the other person that's doing the art with them. They'll hold a rope, and they go around circles, and they make crop circles. They kept it hidden for years. It was just debunked just a few years ago.
The bullets went through the house. They went through the living room, through the wall, into the kitchen.
Phantom lights, Nelson. You got anything on phantom lights?
You have to talk about a specific...
all I saw in the book in Barnes & Noble, it looked like a light, like a round ball of light had floated around in someone's yard.
A great example is not too far from here is a mountain called Brown Mountain where people see these lights out on the side of this mountain. And it's right off the parkway. And the story goes that a bunch of dead Indians died out there, and the wives went out with torches. So what you're seeing is ghost lights of the torches of these women looking for their husband, which is not true. When you dig into that, you find out it's headlights. Usually a simple explanation. Yeah, headlights on the parkway. Usually it's simple explanations. It can be almost anything, but I'm pretty sure it's that.
Yeah, I had me a woman, all tender and kind, took care of my children. She didn't mess with my mind.
Chupacabra. You ever heard that word? Does that ring a bell? Chupacabra.
Oh, yeah.
The creature that likes to eat the rear ends of animals and their eyeballs.
Have you heard of that, Fred? Chupacabra?
Yeah.
You have heard of that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think it exists?
Oh, yeah.
I think the chupacabra is a delicious snack at Taco Bell. I love a chupacabra every once in a while.
Okay.
I don't believe in the chupacabra. It's probably some other animal. You know, like we talked about this before. Wasn't a weasel will eat the rear of an animal and chickens? I don't know.
Book I picked up, Barnes & Noble had a picture of it. Looked like a little guy with wings tiptoeing through a cow field.
Yeah, or it could be that.
There was also another one coming into the cow field that has another name. I think spotted. Chupacabra, I think, was spotted from the 1970s up through the 90s. And there's another one that starts with an M that flies out of the sky.
Okay, so kind of like the Mothman.
Yeah.
Yeah, except he likes to eat the rear end of animals. Huh?
¿El chupacabra? ¿Sabes quién es?
Okay, explain to the viewers. Chupacabra. What is it? What is it?
Well, Charles told me. I don't want. Well, I don't know what is it. I guess it's a specimen that it's people.
It eats people?
Yeah, I guess, and it's also goats.
Eats people and goats.
Yeah.
And it's Chupacabra is native to Mexico. Is that true?
No, well, I don't know if it's native, but most people in Mexico know it. But
About Chupacabra.
about chupacabra, if you say chupacabra in the street, they would say, "Oh, there is a chupacabra."
But you don't. Do you believe in the chupacabra?
I really don't believe in the chupacabra, but
High five. Critical thinking is a good thing.
yeah, but most little kids believe in it.
Of course.
Most
Yeah.
little kids believe in Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Do you believe in Chupacabra? Chupacabra?
This is it.
Ask him if he believes in it.
¿Crees en chupacabra? ¿Crees que te va a comer?
How about yourself? Chupacabra?
He's gonna eat you.
See?
No.
No?
No.
That's a good answer, too.
All right, Herman, Chupacabra expert.
I'm the expert. Well, I don't believe in him.
Okay.
All right, big fella. Here's the last one. We're going to see if Mr. Know-It-All has an answer to this one. I bet some people have probably seen this. If you're really into paranormal happenings and old photos and things, there is a photograph, and you can tell it's authentic. It's kind of a sepia tone look, and it's some Confederate soldiers. And I know you're all about to say, I know what he's going to say. It's a bunch of Confederate soldiers way back whenever all that happened, Confederate war and stuff. And they're standing in a field with a pterodactyl, a flying dinosaur, and it's laying at their feet, and they have shot it down out of the sky. Explain that.
I got nothing. It's a true mystery. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So out of all paranormal activity, everything we could go through, crop circles, UFO, raining frogs,
Confederate soldiers with pterodactyls.
pterodactyl.
I have
That
no
one probably
idea.
did happen.
That probably really happened.
Well,
Yeah.
people, we're going to wrap up. It's the rain's picking up a little bit harder, and you can probably guarantee some frogs are going to be coming out of the sky here.
She was full of sin, she was a bitch, but I fell in love with the Spanish witch.